Welcome back to the show. I'm here with author and president of Championship Boxing, Eddie Zawadzki, and former Canadian heavyweight amateur champion, Mark Simmons. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
It's great being here.
Yeah, great to have you guys here. You definitely have boxer hands. I can tell you're a boxer, man.
Yeah, my knuckles are a little bent up now.
You're going to feel like, easy on the hand, easy on the hand. I'm wondering if the mic can pick up my bones crunching here. But welcome to the show, guys. Great to have you. First and foremost, let's talk about what's coming up here on Rogers TV that you're going to be hosting.
Well, this Saturday on the 25th, we're going to be showing an all-star amateur boxing card. There's some amazing fights. I mean, boxing is on the upswing again. Yeah. We're building up the sport here in Toronto, and Rogers has been a big part of it.
That's fantastic. Now, tell us a little bit about your background as a host and activist in the boxing community.
Oh, well, I'm a journalist. I've written several books, sports books, and non-sports also. Okay. But I've been on TSN and ESPN2 as a color commentator, doing color for kickboxing and a few other sports, and for boxing also. And we're really working hard at trying to get boxing going again here in Toronto.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously MMA has taken a big chunk of the spotlight.
Absolutely.
So now, how do you feel? Is there sort of a world that they can coexist in?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Right. I mean, a lot of the MMA fans are big boxing fans also. Yeah. And now with MMA becoming legal in Ontario starting in 2011, I think it's just going to help us all. Yeah. I think we can all coexist.
Yeah, it's actually helped the sport of boxing because you have a lot of the MMA young kids up and coming. They want to learn the jiu-jitsu, they want to learn the judo and so forth, and they're coming to the boxing gym because they want to learn how to box correctly, how to punch correctly. So it's actually a great fit, and it's actually the gyms are busier than ever.
Well, that's great. Yeah, and with MMA, what you're seeing is it's less, like, I mean, there's that ground game that's always going to be a part of MMA, but the stand-up striking is more, it's more of a fan favorite, and it seems like a lot of fighters are trying to do that, and that is implementing more of a boxing style.
Exactly,
anyway,
exactly.
So.
I mean, we recently saw an example of a boxer against an MMA fighter, but it was like putting a boxer into a wrestling match.
Well, that's just
put the wrestler into a boxing match is different. But,
totally, I agree. I mean, you take Randy Couture and you put him into a ring where he can't go down and shoot at the legs, and it's a different fight.
It's totally different.
And nobody talked about that. So
a boxer cannot box when the legs are knocked out.
Oh,
they're
absolutely. Exactly.
You put me on the ground, I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
You're out of your element.
Put skates on a football player, he's not going to do very well in hockey, right?
Absolutely.
And then vice versa, you take the skates off the hockey player, he's not going to play football as well as a football player. So, I mean, you're not comparing apples to oranges there. So, both sports definitely deserve their own right in the spotlight.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Ed, you also brought a book in with you.
Yeah, my new book, Poles in the New World. It's just going on the bestseller list.
Going on the bestseller list, that's very cool. Now tell us a little bit about the book. What could readers expect to see?
Well, all my other books are all sports books, but of course, you can tell by my last name, I'm Polish background, so I was commissioned to do the book, and it's about the accomplishments of Polish people here in North America.
Very cool.
And I took 50 Poles from historical figures all the way to modern figures like Martha Stewart, and I wrote about them, about their lives and their accomplishments.
Very neat. What kind of research went into that? Like, was it quite a heavy-duty research?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit. For each one of the books I write, I always have to put aside 6 months to a year to do research.
Okay, interesting. Now back to the show. It's a big deal because we're on Rogers TV.
Yes,
the fight's going to be on Rogers TV. So tell us a little bit about what viewers can expect with this. Maybe Mark, you can touch base on that.
Well, I mean, you're going to see fighters from the GTA in Toronto area, and boxing has a long history here in Toronto. You go back into the 80s with fighters like Nicky Fulano, Eddie Mello, Donnie Poole, and right up to Sean O'Sullivan, and of course the Olympics.
We're actually watching a clip here.
There we are. Yeah.
Continue.
But 88 Olympics, you had Lennox Lewis and Egerton Marcus, and then perhaps one of the best amateur boxers Canada's ever produced was Chris Johnson. Okay. And he actually has a fighter or two on this card. So he'll be there, and Lennox Lewis will be there too. Yeah.
Okay, and yourself, you're a retired boxer now?
Yes.
But give us a quick little background on yourself.
Yeah, well, I started boxing at the age of 5, and at 26 I was at the Olympic Games. I won a Commonwealth Games gold medal, I won a Pan Am Games silver medal. Olympics, I placed 5th in the world. And, I had a long career, and I just decided after that, I went to university, I didn't want to turn pro, and I moved on to something else. But I traveled to over 20, 25 countries around the world with the national team. So I had a good time, I guess. Yeah.
Do you have an acting career as well?
I had a small role, a pretty good role actually, in Cinderella Man, where I boxed Russell Crowe. So I'm in there for about 3-4 minutes. I got one line in the movie, but it's all good.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's a very high-profile film to be involved in.
No, it was a great time in my life, and you know, we were down in Australia. We stayed at Russell Crowe's house, and then he came over to Toronto, and we used to go bike rides all around Toronto. And
Well,
yeah,
is he a nice guy?
he was great to me. Great
Because he gets some bad press, but you know what I mean?
He was good to me and my family. So no
he's a rough and
complaints.
tumble type of guy. Isn't he?
He's a rough guy.
A boxer's type of man. A manly man.
He likes to smoke his cigarettes and play rugby.
Play rugby, exactly.
That's
very cool. And Alana claim to fame a little bit was when we mentioned that you had been involved with Cinderella, and she also was part of the opening scene.
Oh, was
one
she
of the
really?
dancers in the opening scene.
I'll have to check that
out.
out.
Yeah, exactly. So Ed, you're very excited about the fight that's coming up. Give us the details on when.
Well,
when
it's going to be
viewers
this
can tune in.
Saturday at 5 p.m.
Yep.
And great fights, amazing fights.
Yep.
It was probably one of the best amateur cards put together in Toronto in years.
Okay.
And you know, boxing again, it's on an upswing. The gyms are full of fighters.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they haven't been given the chance to really show themselves on TV and within the mainstream media. And that's what we're doing here. And the people at Rogers have been so supportive. And we're going to get them across. We're going to put them on TV. We're going to get the fans out there to see these fighters. And I mean, it was only a generation ago. I mean, Sean O'Sullivan was the most popular athlete in the city.
Right.
And it's kind of boxing's turn again to get back into the limelight.
There you go. Well, gentlemen, it was a pleasure having you on the show.
It was a pleasure being here.
Thanks so much, and we'll encourage all the viewers to tune into the fight that's happening this weekend on Rogers TV.
Definitely.
So for more information, you can go to www.polesworld.com, and that's for Eddie's site. And here's some more information on Eddie Zawadzki. Don't beat me up, Eddie.
No, I won't. I'm retired too.
All right.